isn't happening rarely. It's not happening worlds away. It's happening right here and right now.
Is Blake Lively finally getting canceled? Her new movie, Another Simple Favor, might just be the final nail in her coffin. And trust me, this goes way deeper than anyone ever imagined.
You think I want to make you pay?
I don't know, do you?
But hold up. It's not just her new film that's crashing and burning. Let's break down how Blake's entire empire is falling apart piece by piece. Another Simple Favor trailer got destroyed. The trailer got absolutely hammered with dislikes. We're talking way more thumbs down than thumbs up. And honestly, it's only getting uglier. Amazon literally had to pull the plug on comments for this trailer and completely shut down the comments section. That's how intense the hate was getting. Now here's the wild part. Amazon usually lets comments run wild, even during the whole Lord of the Rings of Power disaster, which got insane amounts of hate from fans. But Blake's trailer? It got so bad that they had to shut people up. But wait, and when it comes to Blake Lively, there's always a but. Prime Video forgot to turn off comments on their Instagram page, and oh boy, the internet went absolutely feral. Grabbing my friends, wearing my florals, and getting front row seats to the shit show in the comments. I'll never watch a Blake Lively or Ryan Reynolds movie again, old or new. Girl, we don't like you. Look, this backlash isn't just about the movie. It's directly tied to Blake's messy legal battle with Justin Baldoni. Baldoni's public release of texts, emails, and legal documents has exposed a crystal clear picture of what was really going down. And people? They're absolutely dragging Blake for it. Justin's lawyer dropped a website with 168 pages packed with texts and emails involving Ryan and Blake. Even Megyn Kelly jumped in, releasing 10 hours of content calling Blake out on her absolute nonsense.
So she's a serial fraudster. That's called fraud. When you pretend you want to do the one thing and you'll do the thing they're hiring you for, but all along you have secret plans to do something very, very different that's above your pay grade.
So honestly, is anyone shocked that her upcoming movie is looking like a total flop? Especially when you realize that Anna Kendrick and Blake absolutely hate each other. Everyone knows Blake's co-star in this movie, Anna Kendrick, absolutely despises Lively's guts.
Several years ago, so I met Blake a few times through Ryan on that film.
Got it.
And thought she seemed nice, and little did I know.
Yeah. We got the body language experts analyzing this right now. How quickly do you...
Don't touch me.
How quickly do you know if you're gonna gel with a co-star? Is it like day one, you're like, okay, I'm in this and it's not working, or...
I feel like it's pretty rapid cognition for me.
Yeah, that couldn't have been too great for Blake's fragile little ego. But oh, it gets so much worse. And if you think this one clip is all we've got, think again. Word is their off-screen drama nearly destroyed the entire sequel. Y'all, it's so messy that director Paul Feig had to step in, calling these rumors total BS and promising fans that the movie was always planned for a spring-summer release. But let's be real here, directors always say that stuff. Nobody wants their movie remembered for cast drama, even when it's painfully obvious to everyone watching. Look, everybody knows these two never vibed, but now it's basically confirmed. During press for the first movie, their interviews were awkward as hell. Anna looked like she wanted to disappear every time Blake opened her mouth, and Blake kept throwing her those looks. It was the kind of tension you could literally feel through the screen.
No, I've muted some people. Now that it's a function on Twitter and Instagram, there's a couple people that I have muted.
Good.
Yeah.
You can mute people on Instagram?
Yeah, it's a new feature.
Really?
I know. Get excited.
You keys. Seriously. Why would anyone put these two together in a movie again? With Another Simple Favor, the bad blood is reportedly boiling over completely. Word on the street? Anna almost walked away from the sequel because she couldn't stand Blake anymore, but the studio wasn't about to lose their lead actress, so, according to the rumor mill, they literally had to beg her to stay. And of course, in the middle of this chaos, Blake isn't just losing fans. That girl is losing business. Her companies are absolutely tanking, and it's looking rough. Let's start with Betty Buzz, her non-alcoholic drink brand. When it first launched, people rushed to buy it because, well, it had Blake Lively's name attached to it, and in Hollywood, that kind of star branding usually equals success. But here's the brutal truth. Celebrity products only work when they've got real staying power. People might buy something once out of curiosity, but if they don't actually like it, they're not coming back. And that's exactly what happened with Betty Buzz.
When I first started Betty Buzz, I set out to create the best tasting sparkling drink out there. Made with only real fruit, no junk, something anyone in the family could enjoy. But I had one principle. Anyone want to have a guess? No? No one?
At first, everything looked promising. It was sitting on shelves in major stores, and Blake's marketing team went all out pushing it like it was the next big thing.
Hey Alexa, add Betty Buzz to my Whole Foods shopping cart.
Okay, adding Betty Buzz to your Whole Foods cart. And it might not be my place to say, but I'm such a huge fan of your work. As an actor, a director, a business owner, the world really needs more women-owned businesses. Women-owned businesses are great. But why stop there? Maybe women should take over all of the businesses. Maybe women should take over everything. Everywhere. Imagine it, Blake. Total world domination.
Wow, kinda terrifying how self-absorbed she comes across, and equally terrifying how this whole ad was almost like a premonition of what she did to Justin Baldoni. But anyways, it didn't take long before the hype for Betty Buzz started to die. Sales didn't stay as high as expected, and now, stores are quietly cutting back how much they stock. When brands start vanishing from shelves, that's never a good sign, and it's not just Betty Buzz. Blake also tried building a lifestyle empire similar to what Gwyneth Paltrow did with Goop. But unlike Goop, which carved out its own niche market, Blake's business didn't really bring anything new or exciting to the table. The result? Exactly what you'd expect. It took the massive L investors are losing faith in her, and without steady profits, the future of her business empire is looking uncertain at best, and disastrous at worst. Then there's the biggest problem. Bad press absolutely kills business deals. When a celebrity gets wrapped up in controversy, brands don't want anything to do with them. Right now, companies that once begged Blake to represent them are running off with their tail between their legs. Deals are getting put on hold or canceled completely, and partnerships that seemed rock solid just months ago, they're falling apart.
What happened to Blake Lively's hair care line, aka Blake Brown Hair? Has anybody bought it or used it? I have not seen one influencer or anyone I know in real life review or use it or talk about it.
Blake's team knows this is a full-blown crisis, which is why she's desperately trying to fix her image. But in the business world, a bad reputation is almost impossible to shake off. If she can't turn things around soon, her entire brand, including everything she's built outside of acting, might come crashing down hard. Of course, it doesn't help that Hollywood is dropping Blake, and she knows it. For years, Blake was basically treated like Hollywood royalty. She had a killer reputation, landed massive movie roles, and was always at the most exclusive events. She was someone that people in the industry were dying to work with. Too bad. That's definitely not the case anymore.
I think that there are better people for that one.
That's Justin basically saying he's done shooting with Blake in the nicest way possible, instead of just saying that girl's an absolute menace. Hollywood is a brutal place. And right now, it looks like it's slowly pushing Blake right out the door. The signs were there early on. First, there were fewer big movie offers. Blake was never a box office superstar, but she used to be a reliable choice for directors who wanted a charming, fashionable lead actress. Now, I bet those calls aren't coming in nearly as often, and the projects she is getting aren't the ones she used to be offered. That's a major red flag. Then there's the fact that her famous friends are distancing themselves. Hollywood is all about networking, and when someone starts losing favor, people pull back fast. Blake used to be tight with some of the biggest names in the industry. Taylor Swift, for example. But instead of showing up by Blake's side as her friend, she's choosing to get closer to Selena Gomez while she completely distances herself from the Baldoni drama.
Text where Blake refers to Taylor and Ryan as her dragons did not sit well with Taylor. She said, "I never volunteered to be your dragon. I don't see you as Khaleesi." Taylor felt that was a weird comment to make about a friend. And then it's weird to call a friend a dragon.
Oopsie, looks like this dragon ain't protecting her. Other celebrities are staying dead silent as well, and that silence speaks volumes. Take Ryan's silence, for example. What kind of man doesn't defend his own wife? Perhaps Blake's biggest mistake was hiring the CIA for PR? Yes, things are so out of control that she went ahead and hired Nick Shapiro. For those who don't know, Shapiro isn't just any PR guy. He's a former CIA deputy chief of staff. Yes, the actual CIA. Instead of hiring a well-connected Hollywood PR expert, Blake went with someone who worked in government intelligence. That's definitely a choice. And everybody, including Candace Owens, knows exactly what it means.
All right, guys, I'm just preemptively letting you know that today is already insane for 1,000 reasons, but Blake Lively hiring former CIA agents to help with her PR crisis.
On paper, it might seem smart. She's bringing in someone who knows how to handle crises. But in reality, it makes everything look way worse. Hollywood thrives on relationships, and a good PR expert doesn't just manage damage, they use their connections to keep their client in the industry's good graces. Shapiro doesn't have those connections. In fact, most people in Hollywood had never even heard of him before. The reality is, when Hollywood senses a problem, they cut ties fast. Studios don't want to risk their projects flopping because of an actor's bad press. Directors don't want drama on their sets, and producers would rather invest in someone whose reputation is squeaky clean. Right now, Lively's reputation is the farthest thing from clean, and Blake's drama could get Ryan blacklisted. Yeah, Ryan is one of the biggest movie stars in the world right now. He's charming, funny, and most importantly, he's bankable. When Ryan is attached to a movie, people go see it. That's exactly why studios love him. But here's the problem. Blake is messing it all up for him. Ryan has managed to stay out of Blake's drama so far. Well, except for that one distasteful joke he made at SNL.
How's it going?
Great. Why? What did you hurt?
Yeah, that's about it. He hasn't commented publicly apart from this, and he's been focusing on his own projects, like Deadpool 3. But as Blake's problems get worse, it's getting harder for him to dodge the situation. If producers and executives start seeing Ryan as too connected to Blake's downfall, they might start second-guessing their investments in him. Would Disney really want to deal with negative press around Deadpool 3 just because of Blake? Probably not. Studios don't like distractions, and if Blake's controversies start overshadowing Ryan's work, it could hurt his box office numbers big time. Then there's the bigger issue, blacklisting. Hollywood doesn't officially blacklist people, but they do it in their own sneaky way. If someone becomes too controversial, the industry just stops working with them. No formal announcements, no dramatic firings, just a slow, quiet freeze-out. So right now, Ryan is walking a tightrope. He can't publicly throw his wife under the bus, but he also can't afford to let her mess drag him down. If Blake doesn't fix this fast, Hollywood might start looking at Ryan not as the charming, bankable star he's always been, but as damaged goods caught in a PR nightmare. All right, let's get to the big question now. After all of this, will Blake be canceled, honestly? Yes. She's getting hit from every direction. The legal battle with Justin Baldoni has already turned a lot of people against her. Then hiring a former CIA agent for PR just made things worse. And now she's stuck in a feud with Anna Kendrick while fans are openly trashing her movie trailer and her. I've seen her in many clips from interviews and personally wouldn't hire her. She and her husband want to take over on movie sets. She claims Justin was her, which is very serious. Yet Reynolds makes a joke about it at the SNL reunion? I've seen her in interviews and she is extremely rude. She is a drama queen and wants to stir the pot. I don't know that anyone will touch her for a role with other talented actresses out there. Girl, she's going to have a really hard time bouncing back from this. At the end of the day, Hollywood is all about money. If another Simple Favor flops, studios are distancing themselves from Blake. And if more bad press drops, it's definitely game over. What do you guys think? Is Blake going to be able to survive the hate, or is she completely screwed? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to smash that subscribe button to stay in the loop with the biggest Hollywood scandals. If you enjoyed this video, trust me, you're going to love this next one even more.